Hey guys, I was playing some Rush Warrior last night. It's one of the top strong decks of the meta right now. Has a very good matchup spread, and well, I got off the rough start. I was kind of, the beginning of the stream. I got in stride, and interestingly enough, I had won a lot of games against Priest. I think I went 5-3 against Priest, and even two of the games I lost, I think I could have won with slightly better play. And I think often people, when they play against Priest with a tempo sort of deck like Rush Warrior, they think there's no way I can beat the Priest. But the reality is you can. So if you watched my video on tempo recently, throw out everything you learned from there because it's a completely different match. The way you play against Priest just throws away all the tempo fundamentals practically. So what I like against Priest, what you really want to do is you want to get a small board advantage. So maybe you have, especially if you have something, I've been keeping Overlord Runthak. I think that's actually a really good keep. The Mulligan stats reflect that. But you get a small board advantage, especially if you can get something that's a spiraling minion, like a Rakura or a Troublemaker, ideally, but obviously that's going to get removed pretty quickly. But if you can get a small board advantage that maybe does 5 or 6 damage, and then you just chill. Because the problem is, Priest almost always has scalable removal. Think things like Soulmere, things like Wave of Apathy, Guess All Odds, things like Hysteria. So often playing more stuff won't actually help you, but it will be like, all right, the Priest is like, okay, they played enough stuff, time to remove. So you want to get to the point where you have a must remove board. So if the Priest sometimes, they're in a kind of, and just stop there. So the Priest is in a rough situation. If they just continue to use all their removal, then all of a sudden they're going to run out and they're going to have all these clunky plays. But the reality is if you play their clunky plays. So for example, I had a game that I'm going to show you guys where our opponent, we're just slightly ahead on board and our opponent's playing stuff like the 6-drop Light Shower Mental. Well, that's okay. We have a 7 attack. We rush some stuff in. They heal. We deal some damage to face. They're at like 23 health. We've got about 8 attack on board. They're in the same predicament they were last turn. And you just keep doing that. You never really overcommit. Then you usually have ideally, the ideal hand you have when you're playing against a Priest is you have stuff to remove a minion. So things like, let's say they play something really big, like an 8 mana dragon. You would have something like Parade Leader and 1/1s, or even Playmaker Parade Leader, stuff like that. So if your opponent plays stuff, and 2, you have kind of a quick back on more threat. So often, if you can make your opponent on like their turn 7, you can get a board that they feel they have to remove and they go Soulmere, and then you remove the rest of their board and you go Troublemaker. There's stuff like that, and maybe you even have a weapon in hand, so you're able to clear their minions very effectively. So there's a lot of that where you just get enough, you kind of wait, and you say it's your move, and you say you have to remove this. And the problem is, I think a lot of players, Priest will often do a play where the Priest still feels safe enough, and maybe they do a palm reading and a heal, or they just, and they don't, like, maybe play 1 Scorpion or something, and you're like, play more stuff on board, and you play more stuff on board, Soul Mirror, like with this, and all of a sudden you have nothing, you have no follow-up, and then you don't have a follow-up play, and then the Priest plays tempo, and then they get ahead. And once the Priest gets ahead on board, it can be very difficult to come back. The easiest way a Priest can actually beat you is playing Veilweaver into Apotheosis, and you don't have an answer. So often just making sure your Priest never ever actually gets that far ahead on board. That ideally, if you're ahead on board and you control the pace, you can you can dictate the clears they use, you can lower the value of the clears they use, and you just do that for a long time. And then at some point you're going to run out of stuff. So if you get something like Ringmaster Watley, you might not run out of stuff for the whole game up until the very end in fatigue. But other games, you're going to see, all right, I have 1 card left, I have this, I have to go on. So the going all in plays when you basically say, if they have it, I lose. But you don't want to be doing if I have it, I lose early on. I think people think that, if I have it, they lose. And they had a Nazoth in head, they had a Ringmaster Wadley. They could really go the distance, but they do that and have it, they lose. Maybe their opponent does like a Soulmere play and then denies their board, and then they're playing defense trying to get back against the priest, where they could have just kind of played it slower and been just fine. So I think that's the biggest thing. Try and get these states. You don't have to. Often you're floating mana against priest. Maybe because sometimes it's like it's turn 5, and you just don't want to give them an easy, or they're going in the priest turn 4, and you can play one more minion, but you don't want to give them such an easy Hysteria play. You say, all right, I'm going to make you wait till Hysteria till later, or Hysteria bad board. So you want to be just kind of minimizing the value of their cards and putting them in awkward situations where they can't get the most value of the removal, and put them in situations where, like, well, if the priest plays stuff, then you just remove it with your rush minions. But if they clue clears, you just play more minions. And you just keep doing that over and over again. And eventually, when you're running out of stuff, you go all in. And that's the way you beat a value matchup, especially priest. It's not a temp matchup. So, like I said, in a lot of classes, you're playing against a rogue, and you have a board full of 7/7s. You've won the game, unless they burned you down that turn. But you're playing against a priest, and you have a board with 7/7s. Shadowward Ruin randomly generated. And people get really mad but I think they're approaching the matchup the wrong way. It is not a tempo matchup. Priest almost always has a clear. So sometimes you'll get a win where you're actually, if you're playing the deck right, you play it, you make a must move threat, and they don't have a removal. And sometimes you can actually hand read and say, I think their hand is absolute garbage, and you can go all in earlier and win the game. But I think you don't want to be just doing that blindly, because that usually won't work. So unless you have good reason to think that their hand is garbage. So sometimes you look at their hand, they have like 4 raised dead minions, a dragon, a palm reading spell, and a top deck. They might have a really bad hand. Time to go all in. Stuff like that. So if you can do a little bit of hand reading, you might be able to infer that their hand is bad and time to commit. But in general, you want to hold back and just keep on making them remove your boards and playing the long game until you're running out of stuff. So that's how you beat Priest. Anyways, got some games for you guys. Enjoy. I've been trying to keeping this card. It worked out really well in the previous game. What trick are you using? Legend grinders hate him, Goatslayer. Yeah, it's interesting. Menagerie Priest, it's like Priest got so strong that it's like started teching against itself. I feel like the builds. Menagerie Priest feels like less polarizing than the old Control Priest. So it's the decks that it beats, it doesn't beat as badly, but the decks it loses to, it doesn't lose to as badly, you know? Does that sound reasonable? I don't know. I think I wait a turn. Here's the problem: is they're like probably gonna go trade here. Like, yeah, they knew they're gonna go that, so they can go trade that and potentially hit a smite. So I thought it was just better just hero powering here. I could just hero power again. Like, this is valuable. It's just gonna die if I play it. And then we can go Swordy the following turn. That seems reasonable. Hopefully they don't have Apotheosis here. Guys, they never have Apotheosis here, right? Never Apotheosis. Not in a million years. Okay, that's guys, technically not Apotheosis. So I was right. Ooh, interesting. I think I do this. This kind of play doesn't kill it, so. Crash's Pad, thank you so much for the 2 months. Get on that sub train. Thank you so much, Crash's Pad. I know, right, Jordan? I'm such a good priest killer though, you know? I was born to kill priests. Dude, I'm like I'm like the guy what's Wesley Snipes in Blade? He's a vampire, but he's a vampire, right? But he kills vampires, you know? I am like a priest that kills priests. But I am a priest. I do like priest. No, can't do that to my deck or to my We have such a heavy value hand. Can really go the distance. We get ETC, we're good to go. Hey, Elder. Dude, Wallet Warrior is terrible. Unless you're Eddie. If your name does not start with Eddie, you shouldn't play Wallet Warrior. Maybe I trade into the no, no, let's just what if I trade no, this the stereo still clears here, right? Like They're going all right, just fine. This deck is good. Shaman is good. Hunter is good. Token Druid is good. We could play the wide song, even though I don't have like John. Dude, I love guys. I need to. I think I have enough points to go wide on John Bray's stream. Ooh. Do I ever wait another turn to get even more greed? No, I never do. Oh, I haven't played a beast yet. Oh, this could be fantastic, right? I have so much value. I'm so. Ooh, ooh, losing an apotheosis is huge. Unfortunate. Okay. Now Nazoth gets us a buddy, so we can swing the board. That's what's important. You know, Crush doesn't work against Priest anyways, so. Wait, what happened? All right. It's time, chat. I shouldn't hit with the weapon there. Whatever. That was a really dumb hit on the weapon. That was actually really dumb. Oh, it doesn't even kill my whole board. That's funny. I mean, it doesn't even kill this. Okay. All right, now we just need some hot ETC action. We're good to go. Right? No. Hmm. Wonder if I just Alex this. It seems reasonable actually, because it's like a high tempo play. I really just don't like Troublemaker on this board. Oh my god. Well, that kind of does that change things? Alex still might be the play here. I don't know. It's a weird one. I mean, we can just go like anything now, and it's huge, right? Like, I just want to go Alex here. The more I think about it, this is them dreaming here isn't that big a deal. Just slow. You know, the biggest thing is like it overdraws me, but yeah, sometimes you just don't have options. There's not like he's gonna eat 11 damage in the other scenario, you know? I don't have any more weapons now, so I think I just keep this. We've used both Asterias. Maybe I just play. This is an 8-10. That's pretty good, right? Like, I can duplicate it later, though, right? I'm just gonna play one of these. That seems reasonable. Get Xrella here. It looks like. Oh, okay. 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 And dream again, I guess. Okay. Um, I think I throw away this. I can do these two. Seems reasonable. Because also I can buff this up to 6 attack health, so I think I'm gonna do that. I like that. Want everything to be at like as many things to be at. So if I attack with this, it goes down to. Maybe I don't attack with this one or this one. I just trade these two off. That seems reasonable, right? Like, because I guess no, it gets +2/+2. Maybe I do trade them off. Trade like this one off, and then the 8 one, I think. Well, I actually need to make space. Like, I need to make hand space, otherwise I overdraw. I'm gonna throw one of these away. So I wanted to be above the 3 attack here, but they could probably clear anyways. So it's maybe this is dumb. I don't know. Hmm. Unfortunate. I think we're fine. I kind of like drop. Let's see. Can I drum Troublemaker here though? Is Troublemaker a good play? That's the question. Actually, I think Troublemaker looks great. I Troublemaker. I tanked 9 here. I think I'm okay with that. It's really good after they just use Soul Mirror, I think. We've got an ETC and a Playmaker in our deck. We could use that to do a ton of burst if we get to there. We have another Apotheosis. Please not another Apotheosis here. If it just clears, it's not the end of the world. But if they clear while healing, it's really bad. Oh my god! Oh, it's so disgusting. Like this is why people like I play a great value matchup. They're on the ropes. I've won this game, and that shit happens. You know, like come on. Yeah, I know, right? Like it was over, most likely. I wasn't even to discover too. It was like the first. They hadn't got it from that Veil Weaver, right? Like it's just over. I'm just gonna like too much damage to them, you know? Like I could easily have the ETC full OTK there, you know? Let's see. Maximum ETC damage I could do is 4, 8, 12. So that's not that much, unfortunately. Their hand is awkward. I can just feel it. I get a feeling for when a priest has an awkward ass hand. I can feel their hand is awkward. They're looking for the Elucia here. Oh no, that's so sad. Well, get. I think I go in on the ETC play because I want to be able to rush these in, and push 11 here. All right. Man, so they've got the Ysir Awakens. They've got the 4 mana dragon, right? Um, I think though, maybe not. N'Zoth might be good enough to win for them. We don't have like, I'm not sure if we have a play that beats N'Zoth. Wait, I forgot I have a 9/10 play leader. I didn't even realize this. Like, hot damn, that's a big parade maker, you know? How did it even get so big? Ah, it's unfortunate. Another Selmir. Maybe they can't. Okay, they have to clear their own board here and shit. No, I think they have 7/6. All right. Do I have lethal here? I might have lethal here. I haven't done the math, guys, but I'm pretty sure I have lethal here. Did we win, chat? Did we beat the priest? Did we win? No! 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 You can't do that. You can't do the big heal. Oh, that's unfair. We had him. Oh wait, this I can't. Oh no, I can't actually trade this on it, so I have to do the playmaker play. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Okay. We're so close. That's desperation. They're looking for Deathwing. Never Deathwing. Never Deathwing. Deathwing wins here, unfortunately. We're very sad to see Deathwing. That's not a Deathwing. Okay. They're searching, guys. They're searching. Do we have them? Did we beat the priest? We They could have Solmir here, unfortunately. Oh, interestingly enough, I should have put this all the way on the right. Because then they would, because of this, would not be able to Solmir it. Yeah. Raise. Oh, that's the smell of desperation. Raise Deading here, with the rope coming. Wait, are we dead? Did we win? Oh yes! Let's go, dude. Dude, what an epic, dude. That's how you beat the priest. All right. Oh yeah, because you don't get the rush, but okay. Let's throw away these two. Oh, this hand. This hand is so good. I'm not sure. Is it really good against Shaman? I know it's really good against Hunter and Rogue. I feel like I want to save coin here, actually. This is good, but I think I'm just going to do this. So this does give a clean Hysteria play. But then I can just go Ringmaster Wildly in the next turn, which I like. Actually, I'm almost never going Sword Eater next turn, so I might as well keep the weapon here. I'm almost always going Ringmaster Wildly or at least Overlord, right? Like, New Crab is garbage in this deck, in my opinion. But Crashes might be garbage too, so it is what it is. Hey, they had that ooze for a while there. That's interesting. Well, I'm gonna get some mean buffs here. I'm intentionally not attacking. This sticking is always insane. Um, and it's sticking. Holy crap, this is so good for us. I gotta think what I want to do here. Um, I can wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a clear. My other guy doesn't die. I like that. That's nice. Well, that's their last Hysteria. That's naturally in their deck. They could always randomly generate one. But probably don't play around Hysteria for a while. We can ooh, ETC is interesting. I think I want to get high tempo here though. I think I take the Sword Eater over the 10th Thresher. I don't know though. That's probably the Sword Eater. Interesting. Wait, they're just hard running double ooze? Wait, who do you think you are, better Babbitt? Who do you think you are? What is this? This is America. You can't just run double ooze. I guess this isn't actually America for them, but like, you know what I mean. We're going in. You often can get lethal with ETC. Not sure if I'm supposed to weapon hit there. We have lethal here? I feel like we do. I might not even do the math. I should have counted. 2. Oh, it's like super lethal. I didn't. At what cost? Ooh, we got another priest to kill. Theo here. Ooh, our hand sucks though. Yeah, I think in these value matchups, flexibility is really important. Um, Sometimes you just don't have the luxury to like oh, save a bunch of combo pieces, you know. Do I ever go conditioning? I think I'm gonna go greedy. It's a priest matchup. What's a good top deck? How about give me a sword eater off the top, baby? All I want for my birthday is a sword eating pirate. Wait, what? Oh wow, dude, I'm calling my shot over here. I do play into hysteria a little bit, but no big deal. It does. What do I do here now? Hmm. It seems like a nice another a sword eating play. Keep it simple, you know. Wally is way too slow against aggressive decks. You don't keep him in the mulligan, and he's literally the best card in the deck in a huge amount of matchups. So he's a value card. So yeah, often you'll see he's one of the worst mulligan win rate cards or the highest mulligan win rate cards in general. Hello, priest. No Blade Master, please. Turn it. What card did they burn? A Light Shower Elemental, which makes can make a big difference. No way with the Hysteria play. That's such a that's a fancy ass play. All right, wait, kill the 3/3. Okay, 7/2, 7/2. Ah, unfortunate. I could play this. Ooh, this could get corrupted for the. Actually, that's great. If I corrupt this, and then because I haven't played the Crash anyways, so it's a. You could like Alex them and then get this corrupted. Seems kind of good. Have I tried Neralex? No. I think he's bad. No, I tried him in testing, and I thought he was horrible. But obviously other people disagree with me. So, is this a tempo deck? Yes, but in true Hearthstone fashion, sometimes we play a tempo deck like a tempo deck. Sometimes we play a tempo deck like a value deck. It's Hearthstone can go be fun like that, you know. Felt like a reasonable play. I don't know. I could have just buffed everything up. Yeah, Nerlix is lots of value. So a tempo deck tends to go for the win. The value deck tries to win on resources. But realistically, most deck in Hearthstone, depending on the matchup and depending on the draw, can be both. So against Priest, I actually try to win with a hybrid of tempo and value. So sometimes you're ahead against a Priest, and you could put more stuff on board, but you don't. You say, I'm going to wait for you to clear the board. And then you play more stuff. So realistically, most decks don't play a pure tempo or pure value style in 2021. Most decks play a hybrid, including this, I would say. No Shadow or Death? Ooh, you love to see it if you're a No Hands fan. Oh, that's unfortunate though. I wanted to have the flexibility to go N'Zoth next turn if they clear. And getting this in the revive pool is real nice. Gives them an easy Asteria play, but it is what it is. Ten-7. Nice. What have I not played? I've played I haven't played the Crab Riders. Okay. I think I can I think I can afford to go this here. Let's just see what we hit here. Guess I take this. This should always get us this should always get us the taunt here, the 8-8 rush. There we go. Oh, I guess I didn't get I forgot this didn't die. Okay. I guess I don't need a weapon hit then. Right? Weapon hitting actually makes it easy. They haven't used Xyrella to do that. Remember, guys, I call her, me and Xyrella are close, and that's the nickname we kind of developed. Maybe they don't, oh, they have a smite. Okay, unfortunate. It's interesting. I can just destroy an Azoth board with a Blade Master alone. Just kind of sick. We haven't drawn either Troublemaker. And we have lots of potential ETC playmaker damage potential. So to give you why this is a value matchup, see how things like in a tempo matchup, I would just always be playing all this stuff, you know? Tempo matchups, you pretty much a true like a high tempo matchup, like you would almost never like just flow mana and hold stuff back. But this is a value matchup. And you play to win for value. You don't play to get spiral on board because Priest has cards like this. So we just wait. And every time we try and make a must answer threat, and then once he answers it, we put another must answer threat, and we kind of just keep chaining that together, and that's how we beat priest. Um, and that's very, very different than other matchups. So the rules you learn on how to beat other matchups kind of just don't even apply to priest, you know?
And this is to go even further beyond.
Doesn't have such broken removals. You might play around key stuff, but in general, you want to get more tempo. So, like if you're playing into a warlock, their turn 8, they're likely to go nether, you know? So you want to be thinking about that kind of stuff and spread it. But certain even like control classes like warrior and warlock, you might do similar things, but they don't have hysteria. So priest has like cards that become actively better when you put more stuff on. Where most classes, brawl is kind of like that though. So did I screw myself by playing this card? Oh, I have a play. I gotta throw away my Blade Master, which is sad. Oh, I know what they're doing. Oh, this is so bad. They're setting up for, I think I still do it. I don't want to give him, I really don't want to give him 8 armor here. But I could. It's a reasonable option. Ugh, it's tough. Like, how much do I care about the 8 armor versus, like, giving away my entire, like, ace in the hole? Right, whatever. I'm gonna get it. Okay. I mean, they can't go Nazoth this turn, but so we're kind of like close to being all in here. If they have like a powerful swing play, yeah. So the power cards like Hysteria and cards like Defile work like this too. Warlock, cards like Spreading Plague. They're cards that putting more cards can actually. So normally, like let's say I play more cards in the Nether. Like here's like if I see like the amount of value I have on my board, putting more cards does not increase the value if I'm getting Nether next turn. But if I'm playing against a Defile or Hysteria, sometimes putting more cards can actually make the value worse, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. How about hit it this, hit this? Come on, hit my 4-8. Nice, nice, nice. Well, that was ideal. Very ideal here. Time to go in. Feels like it's time to go in here. Well, I just have lethal, right? Yeah. Dude.